So in last class, what we have done, we have just formulate the theory that how we can uh, use the degenerate perturbation theory to break the degeneracy. So today we will solve different types of problems. In fact, today and the next class, we will solve different types of problems. So first, let us go for one basic problem, then we will go for next level of problems. So most important thing is that we have to always keep in mind that our original Hamiltonian, which is actually solvable part of Hamiltonian, should be diagonalized. And if it is not diagonalized, what we have to do? We have to diagonalize it, obviously, in a basis of eigenvector of original Hamiltonian. And once you are going to diagonalize this thing, then we have to change the nature of matrix W to the W dash. So W dash is a matrix of W written in a basis in which H naught is diagonalized. So this is one of the very fundamental thing you have to always keep in mind. If your H naught is diagonalized, then W dash and W is exactly same. But if it is not diagonalized, you have to change the basis of W and you have to write new matrix W dash. It may be that W dash can be diagonalized. It may be W dash cannot be diagonalized. So if again W dash is not diagonalized, we have to again diagonalize W dash. Then what we have? We have diagonalized original Hamiltonian. We have diagonalized our perturbed Hamiltonian, and then we can easily write the eigenvalue at least. So obviously, this is very interesting way of doing the using the matrices on mainly on quantum mechanics. So let us go for one more problem. So again, I have H as our H naught plus lambda W, where H naught is, let's say, 2 cross 2 matrix. This is nothing, E naught 0 0 E naught. And yes, this is 2 cross 2 matrix. This is eigenvalue is E naught, and this is doubly degenerate. What is my W? My W is, let's say, this value is basically V naught, V naught, V naught, V naught. So suppose this is my perturbed Hamiltonian. So what I have to do? I have to using degenerate perturbation theory such that I can find the what is eigenvalue and what will be meaning of this particular perturbation. We have to also analyze this thing. So if you have not this perturbation, then you have this as original Hamiltonian. In fact, this is from the 2 cross 2 space, but energy eigenvalue is doubly degenerate. So there is only one. So before Hamiltonian, we have only one eigenvalue, that is E naught. Actually, this is E naught and E naught because it is coming from 2 cross 2 subspace. Now, here we can see this H naught is actually diagonalized. So there is not any problem. So if this H naught is diagonalized, I have eigenvector, which is basically 1 0 and 0 1. So if I will write W in a basis of 1 0 and 0 1, obviously it will create a unit matrix. So if I will write in a basis of, I will write W in a basis of these two vector, I will get W. It is very simple. So suppose I am just going to make a basis matrix that is S, and fortunately this is a unit vector, so there is not any problem. I have my W dash. W dash is S inverse W S, and obviously this value is equal to W because this is my unit vector, sorry, unit matrix. And now we have W dash, which is actually W. So yes, and you can find W dash as same as W and this is nothing but V naught, V naught, V naught, V naught. Now what we have to do? We have written already W in a basis of in a basis of vector in which H naught is diagonalized. So yes, these are the vectors, and this is my W dash. And now I have to diagonalize this particular W dash. So when I will diagonalize W dash, we know in a very nice way that diagonal term will be nothing but the eigenvalues. So we have to first calculate the eigenvalue and then we have to diagonalize W dash for the practice purpose. So what will be the eigenvalue? So if you want to just calculate eigenvalue, then I think you will get eigenvalue as 2V naught and 0. Everyone is comfortable? That will be the eigenvalue. And what will be eigenvector corresponds to this one? Let's say this is all about 1 upon root 2, 1, 1. And here for 0, 1 upon root 2, 1 minus 1. These are the eigenvectors. So I can make a new matrix, new basis matrix, and let's say this is S dash matrix, and this can be written as 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2. I have written this particular matrix in a very smart way. And I have just put that, okay, this should be just a symmetric matrix. And hence I have taken this vector as a normalized vector. And we have written in a way such that it can be treated as a unitary matrix. So what will happen? So if we have this particular unitary matrix and we can calculate S dash W dash S, then can anybody guess me? Anybody guess what should be the answer? You can do this practice in your home, but you can give the answer directly. What should be the answer? If I am going to calculate this particular thing, S dash inverse actually. This is S dash inverse. S dash inverse WS, what should be the answer?
Diagonal पे eigenvalue.
Exactly, the diagonal eigenvector, but where should be 2V naught and where should be 0? This is very interesting. So obviously the first term, the first eigenvector is associated with 2V naught and second eigenvector is associated with 0. So what will happen if you will calculate this particular thing with the basis of this vector or this matrix, then you can write, you will get this particular value as 2V naught, 0, 0 and 0. This will be your diagonal W dash. Suppose some person will take this one here and this one there, then what will happen? You can just shift this one, you will take here, this one you will take here. Then you have to calculate S inverse. There will be some sign change, and then you have diagonal matrix as 0 to V naught. You can check it. You can do this practice such that you will be very confident what is going to happen to each and every matrices. So in the examination, there is no any need to calculate all this thing. You can directly write this W dash as a diagonal matrix with their eigenvalues in their diagonal term. Then what we have? We have actually H naught as a diagonalized form. So I deliberately write this thing H naught as a diagonalized form and W dash as a diagonalized form. Then my H is also written in a diagonalized form. Then it will be very easy for us to calculate the eigenvalue. And this value is equal to 2V naught, 0, 0, 0. So what we have? Actually, before and there is some lambda, and we can have eigenvalue, and the eigenvalue will be E naught plus lambda into 0. This is my first eigenvalue. Let's say this is ground state, and there must be E2, and that value is E naught plus lambda to V naught. So look at, if we are not using this perturbation, if you are not using this perturbation, the eigenvalue is coming from 2 cross 2 2 cross 2 space, but they are hiding the thing. We cannot analyze that whether it is coming from 2 cross 2 or 1 cross 1. So what do we have to do? We have to shake it. We have to little bit disturb the system with the some another field, some another potential. Then what will happen? And this is so beautiful perturbation. This is so beautiful perturbation that the lowest value will remain same. That will be exactly E naught, and another value will split down, and that value is E naught plus 2 lambda, E naught plus lambda 2 V naught. So this is the thing. So this is very interesting thing, and now you can have actually 2 cross 2 result. Are you people comfortable up to this? So look
Yes,
at so degeneracy is the very important tool. Degenerate perturbation is a very important tool to break the degeneracy. And here you are breaking the degeneracy completely. Isn't it? Why I am saying that you are breaking the degeneracy completely? Because you have 2 cross 2 matrix, and after the degeneracy, you will again, you have 2 cross 2 matrix and you have doubly degeneracy. So information is hiding behind that. So if you are shaking that particular system with some potential, then what you are getting? You are getting some, you are just breaking this degeneracy, and you will have exactly 2 different level. And these 2 different level are very nicely arranged, because the lowest state is not going to change. You have to just change, and the next level will be just break it. So this has information of these 2. But it can be revealed only if we will give some kind of degeneracy in our system, and that is some external field or something can give into the system. And we have used this thing for hydrogen to knowing the hyperfine and fine structure of hydrogen atom, isn't it? With the help of different kind of degeneracy, isn't it? Okay, so here we have done 2 problems. These 2 problems are mainly, we have seen that our H naught is actually diagonalized. Now let us go for problem where H naught is not diagonalized. Then how we should approach it? And this will and here we have to just go do some more step to calculating the thing. Okay, so let us go for that problem. Okay, so let us go for just a minute. Okay, so let's go for our next problem. This is very important one. Again, I have H is equal to H naught plus lambda W. And now my H naught is actually E naught 0 0, 0, 0, E naught, 0, 0. So this is 3 cross 3 matrix, and we know that what should be the eigenvalue and eigenvector, and fortunately this is in the block diagonal form, and this is my H naught, and let's say my W is something like V naught, 0, 0, 0, V naught, V naught, 0, V naught, V naught. And obviously, hence we are doing some physics. Then obviously we will give the perturbation in a way such that there must be some symmetry in a problem. If you are giving the arbitrary perturbation, it will never works because we have some purpose. First, we will solve it. Then I will discuss how we can choose this perturbator, and what is the purpose of this particular perturbator. Anyway, that is different issue. But right now, we have to just go for a step-by-step calculation such that we can get the final eigenvalue of the system. And obviously, this lambda is less than 1. It is very, very less than 1. This is the main condition on the perturbation. Okay. So here my H naught is not diagonalized. Neither my W is diagonalized. So obviously I have to do lot of work. So let us go for first thing, diagonalizing the H naught. So if we are going to diagonalize H naught, first we have to get what should be the eigenvalue and the eigenvector of H naught. So if we will calculate this particular matrix, then the eigenvalue is obviously E naught, and minus E naught. This is very interesting. We can see this matrix in a very nice way. This is block diagonal. So I can easily say that this E naught is coming from here, and this E naught is coming from this subspace. And this minus E naught is also coming from this subspace. Isn't it? I can say this. But actually, this thing is appeared to me as, let's say, E naught is some positive number, then this is my ground state. So this will be my ground state E naught, and there will be next excited state, and that value is E naught. So I can see only these two things, one ground state and one excited state. But actually, the whole system, the original Hamiltonian, is actually 3 cross 3. So obviously some information is hiding behind that. I have to break the thing, I have to disturb the thing little bit such that I can get the all information. And let us see whether the system is partially, this perturbation, this disturbance will give us, they will just break the degeneracy partially or fully. Just we will, or it is enough to break the degeneracy or not. Maybe it is not enough. So let us try to go for that. Okay. So what we have to do, we can easily calculate the eigenvector. So this eigenvalue is coming from this one. So the eigenvector is, let's say, 5, 1, 1, 0, 0. We have done this thing into our first class itself. And from here, I can get this E naught. I will get phi 2, and that value is 0, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. And phi 3 is equal to 0, 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2. So I have this basis vector. I know what is eigenvalue and eigenvector, and I have chosen this eigenvector in a very intelligent form. You can have n number of basis vector because there is degeneracy in the picture. So if you have degenerate eigenvalue, how many eigenvectors you can have? How many set of orthonormal eigenvectors you can have? You can have infinite set of eigenvectors, but I have deliberately chosen those set of eigenvectors which will actually very symmetric and very non in the nature. So I can make my S vector as this will be 1, 0, 0. This will be 0, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 0, 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2. This is my S vector. What about my S dash vector? S inverse vector. You will see that this will be exactly same. So there is not any problem. I can write it little bit bigger. So this will be 1, 0, 0, 0, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 0, 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2. So I have this S inverse matrix. What I have to do, I have to diagonalize my, and I can make sure that this matrix will diagonalize this one. Why? Because this matrix is written in a basis of eigenvectors of original Hamiltonian. So it will give us guarantee that it will diagonalize H naught. So let us diagonalize H naught. So when we will diagonalize H naught, then I can get H naught D, which is diagonalized form of H naught, and which is nothing but S inverse H naught S. Are you people comfortable up to this? S inverse H naught S. This is your diagonalized H naught. Now, what will be your S inverse? So what should be the answer? Can anybody give me answer? You can do this practice with yourself. What should be the answer? The answer will be, this will be E naught, 0, 0, 0, E naught, 0, 0, 0, minus E naught. This will be your H naught D. You can do this exercise with yourself. I am not doing this calculation. Simple matrix multiplication, and you will get this thing. How I have written this one? Just not for the with the intuition, because I know the eigenvalue with this vector is E naught, eigenvalue of this vector is E naught, and eigenvalue of this vector is minus E naught. So I have deliberately written in this form such that I will get this one. And you can also see that if I am watching this particular H naught, this is diagonalized, but this subspace is not diagonalized. So I have to write my S matrix in a such a way that it will disturb only this space. So look at here. So this particular subspace will work on this particular subspace, and it will just turn around such that I can get this as a diagonalization form. Look at this subspace will act on this, and finally we will get it this. We can do this thing because this H naught is in the block diagonal form. So I have deliberately chosen my S in a block diagonal form. So it will give us this particular calculation. But if it is not block diagonal, if this H naught will not in a block diagonal form, then obviously everything can be disturbed. So there is not any problem. So, but we have to stick on a basic. What is basic thing? That we have to calculate eigenvalue, we have to calculate eigenvectors, we can write the S matrix, and we can calculate H naught D, which will be this particular thing. Now, what will be the next task? Next task is that I have to write W, or I have to find out W dash. And what is W dash? W dash is the matrix W written in a basis in which H naught is diagonalized. So I have to write W dash in a basis in which H naught is diagonalized. This H naught is diagonalized into this basis. So we cannot change the basis. We cannot change the basis, because once I have fixed this particular space, then everything is going to fix right now. So now we will just go and write W dash. So what will be my W dash? So let us go for W dash to writing the W dash. So W dash will be exactly S inverse W S. And now, can you give the guarantee that W dash is diagonalized? Can you give the guarantee that W dash is diagonalized? No, you cannot give guarantee. It may be diagonalized, it may not be diagonalized. Let us try to calculate this particular thing. So you have to do this exercise right now. So just do this exercise, then we can discuss in a very nice way. Discuss in a very deep way. So first calculate this particular thing, W dash. Just calculate W dash, everybody. Do this exercise here. Because you cannot give the guarantee what is going to happen to this W dash. So you have to calculate this particular thing. Just calculate it. Just calculate it. You have to calculate it, okay? You have to calculate it. In the examination also, calculate it. I will write the answer because I know answer. Because I have little bit more intuition. So I can write answer in a very nice way. So if you will find this particular thing, then I guess you will get the value V naught 0 0 0 2 V naught 0 0 0 0. Just check it. Are you getting this one? Just check it. Please do it in right now in the class. And you should get this answer. Are you getting this one? Anyone?
सर √2 V naught होगा शायद.
No, no, no. No. Just do it smartly.
Okay सर, नहीं सर ठीक.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting this thing?
Yes sir.
Yes, you will get this particular thing. But question is that how I write this thing without calculating? This is one question. क्या मुझे सारा चीज याद है? No. What is this? Look at this eigenvector. 1 0 0 0 1 by √2 1 by √2 0 1 by √2 minus 1 by √2. And look at this matrix. If you will calculate this matrix, then you have eigenvalue V naught, 2 V naught and 0. V naught from here, 2 V naught and 0 from here. And if you will find the eigenvector, you will get exactly same eigenvector. For V naught, 1 0 0 because it is non-degenerate. For 2 V naught, 0 1 by √2 1 by √2. And for 0 this is 0 1 by √2 minus 1 by √2. So you are very fortunate. You are very fortunate, and you are so intelligent that you have chosen your W such that W and H naught have same eigenvectors. So they can diagonalize it simultaneously. This is very deep-rooted analysis. Please listen it very carefully. What is going to happen? I have chosen my W dash in such a way such that W and H naught can be diagonalized on a same basis. And it is just a matter of luck, or it is just a matter of your very good intuition that you are just choosing your basis vector, or you are choosing your perturbed term in a so beautiful way such that you can get the thing in a this eigenvector of H0 and eigenvector of W will be same. Then it is also diagonalized. But if the eigenvector of H0 and eigenvector of W is not same, then obviously it will create a problem. And you cannot give guarantee that W dash is diagonalized. Then what you have to do? You have to go for the next step and you have to diagonalize W dash. This is very interesting thing. This is very interesting. Try to think it. Try to think it what is going to happen to your system. Only 1 and 2 problem can change your life. Okay. This is so beautiful problem. And this is so beautiful designed. This perturbation is beautiful perturbation. Why I am saying it is beautiful perturbation? Just let me go for the final analysis, final answer. Then I can tell you that why it is beautiful perturbation. So right now, I can get this particular value. I think everybody is satisfied with this answer, this number.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Please try to do some calculation in class also. Don't just try to copy it, okay? And there are enough time that you can do this calculation in just a 30-second or 1 minute. Okay, so what we have, we are lucky such that we have W dash, we are lucky such that we diagonalize H0 D, and this value is basically E0 0 0. It is not going to disturb because I have chosen S matrix in a very smart way, and this is E0 0 0 minus E0 plus lambda, and this is my W dash. W dash is V0 0 0 0 to V0 0 0 0 and 0. So this is my diagonalized H0 D. So this is diagonalized H0 D, and this is obviously W dash is actually W dash D. So you have this particular information. Now, what will be eigenvalue? The first eigenvalue is minus E0 plus lambda 0. So there is not any change in minus E0. You have lambda plus lambda V0, sorry, E0 plus lambda V0, and you have E0 plus lambda 2V0. Now, look at what is going to happen to your system after the perturbation. So, we have minus E0, that is non-degenerate, before perturbation, and we have E0 before perturbation. When I will apply, this perturbation, then this minus E0, hence it is non-degenerate, it will remain same. And what will happen to this one? This will break into two parts. It will just shift the levels. And what are these two parts? These two parts is basically E0 plus lambda V0, E0 plus lambda 2V0. I can assume this V0 is positive value. So now look at here. We started with 3x3 matrix, but we get something hiding kind of situation. But if we shake the system little bit, then I break the degeneracy completely. Why I am saying that I am breaking the degeneracy completely? Because I started with 3x3 matrix and finally I get 3 different eigenvalues. And the best part is that the non-degenerate part remains same. So I make my matrix W dash in such a way that it will only disturb the degenerate part. Look at this thing. This is very important. Once you will go for the research, then you have to identify that which type of matrix or which type of field you have to apply on a system, which type of changes you have to do on a system, such that there is not any problem. Every problem is here and it is resolved by this particular matrix. And so it is completely, so this particular perturbation completely break the degeneracy. It will just completely break the degeneracy. So are you people comfortable here?
Yes.
Any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt right now? Okay. So let us go for one more problem like that. Then we will go for tomorrow. We will go for next level of problem where I have to write first H naught and then I have to write W dash, and where you will see W dash is not diagonalized. And then we can diagonalize W dash and then we can find the answer. So every type of problem is there. So today we are focusing on this particular type of problem. And so, and please, matrix form is the most important thing to solve the degenerate perturbation theory. Okay. Anyhow, you have to write the matrix. If it is not given in matrix form, then you have to write each and everything in a matrix form. This is very important. Okay. So you have to keep in mind all these things. So let us go for next problem. So what we have, again, we have H is equal to H naught plus lambda W. H naught is something, let's say 2V naught 0 0 V naught 0 V naught, something like this. And what is my W? My W is, let's say, E naught Z. Sorry, H naught, yeah, E naught there, hai na? Let us write E naught here because E naught here. Okay, E naught here. E naught here. Let us go for this one as V naught 0 0 0 0 V naught 0 0. Let us try to go for this problem. Let us see what is going to happen. Okay, so again, your H naught is diagonalized or not diagonalized? Not diagonalized. So you have to first diagonalize your H naught. So you have to get the eigenvalue. So what will be eigenvalue here? The eigenvalue is 2E naught, 2E naught, and 0. Are you people comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Because we have done this type of matrix in a lot of time. Or you can just use the block diagonal, this 2 cross 2 matrix, 2E naught and 0 from here, and 2E naught is from here. So 2E naught 0 is from here, this 2E naught from here. What is eigenvector? For this one, I can write 1 0 0. For this one, I can write 0, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. And for this one, I can write 0, 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2. Okay. So my S matrix is, again 1 0 0, 0, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 0, 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2. S inverse is equal to 1 0 0, 0, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, 0, 1 by root 2, minus 1 by root 2. So we have to write the diagonalized thing. So what will be H naught D? H naught D is equal to S inverse H naught S. This is my H naught D. So what should be the answer? Can anybody give me answer?
2E0
Very good. 2E naught 0 0. This is again 0
2E0
2E naught. Very good. 0 0 0 and
0
0. So don't worry. So you cannot neglect this 0 0 0. It has some value. Okay. So this is my all condition of H naught D. Now, what is my next step? Next step is that W dash, and this should be written in a basis in which H naught is diagonalized. So I can go for S inverse WS. So what should be answer? अभी तुरंत किया था.
V
What
naught
should be
0
answer?
0.
क्या हो जाएगा? Okay. So
V
you
naught
can
0
give V
0.
naught 0 0
0 V naught 0.
V naught
V naught 0.
0 0
0
0
then
minus
minus
V naught. Very good. So this will be my now, and it is diagonalized. Why it is diagonalized? Because this matrix is also a good matrix in a form that it can be diagonalized simultaneously with in a basis in which H naught is diagonalized. So this can be used here. There is not any problem. But thing is that this perturbation will work or not? Let us try to
Not.
give this answer. है ना? देखते हैं ये perturbation काम का है या फिर ये just energy और money को waste करने के लिए डिजाइन किया गया सिस्टम है. Let us try to go for. So if I have diagonalizing matrix H naught 2 E naught 0 0 2 E naught 0 0 0 0 plus lambda. I have basically this particular thing. Lambda is equal to mainly. What is this lambda? V naught 0 0 0 V naught 0 0 0 minus V naught. So what is going to happen to this system? So let us see what is going to happen to this particular system. So for this system, we can have, look at here, it's a very interesting. For this system, initially we have 0 energy and we have 2E naught energy. There is doubly degenerate for 2E naught. But after the perturbation, what will happen? This 0 will be go downward with minus V naught, isn't it? And what will happen to this one? This one will shift 2E naught plus lambda V naught. So again degeneracy is there, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Because these two are the same number. So what we are doing? Nothing. What we are doing? Nothing. Actually, even it is so bad perturbation that it is also disturbed the non-degenerate part also, and not disturbing the degenerate part, not breaking the degeneracy and disturbing the non-degenerate part. What is use of this particular matrix? Not any use. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So what is use of perturbation? You have to understand why we are using perturbation. Because we want to reveal some information which is hidden due to degeneracy. So degeneracy is not a good thing for our system. We have to break it. And once you will break, you need some new information, new symmetry. So you have to take perturbation in a very nice way such that you can get a new symmetry, new information. Okay. So why this perturbation is not a good perturbation right now. Okay. This is not a good perturbation. So obviously, but in the examination point of view, you can give this answer. So maybe the examiner will give you those perturbation which is useful in nature. Okay. So this is the second level of question where H naught is not diagonalized. So tomorrow we will go for next level of problem where we will solve a complete solution for where first we have to write H naught in diagonal form, then we have to write that W dash which will be actually not diagonalized, and then we can go for all the property of matrices such that we can get the energy eigenvalue. Okay, so आज के लिए इतना ही रहने देते हैं.